After years of preparing as a minor league skipper and a big league coach, Carlos Mendoza gets his crack to manage the New York Mets. And while he'll have some young players, he'll also have veteran leadership on his side. Pete Alonso has hit more home runs than anybody in the majors over his 5-year career. Francisco Lindor coming off of his first 30-30 season last year. Mets baseball 2024, the spring schedule begins now. At Clover Park in Port St. Lucie, Florida, the New York Mets play the St. Louis Cardinals. Spring training on SNY is presented by CDW. Make amazing happen. Florida, sunshine, waves, sand. Must be spring training. Several miles west in St. Lucie West. It's where the Mets make their home at the park now known as Clover. Drills have been well underway for a couple of weeks. Got to make sure you're fully limber and ready to go. Lots of new faces, new names to learn. Names you already know. Francisco Alvarez coming off a big rookie season last year. Brett Baty trying to solidify his hold on the third base job, along with Mark Vientos trying to show off the power in his bat. And back, and better than ever, Edwin Diaz after missing all of last season. And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Port St. Lucie. Gary Cohen, Ron Darling. Yeah, Keith already has a day off. More on that later. Mets get ready for the 2024 season. Lots of things to talk about this spring. New president of baseball operations, new manager, competition for jobs, younger players working their way into the mix. But the biggest headline so far in the spring is the fact that their ace right-hander Kodai Senga will not be available opening day.
You know, Gary, they really can't sugarcoat this. I mean, he was their best pitcher last year. There was a lot of anticipation on what he was going to do as their #1 starter this year. Of course, the shoulder injury now has put him on the IL. How long? No one knows. But it really has put the Mets in an interesting place because Tyler Miguel is pitching today, so he'll have a race with some others for that 5th spot. But the core of that anticipation for that starting rotation is going to be 3 new names. And I think when you look at them, you'll see Luis Severino, who's had some amazing years with the Yankees. Last year was not good, but his arm is healthy. Sean Manaea last year really found it as a bulk innings guy for the San Francisco Giants. And Adrian Hauser has had a couple of really good years and is known by David Stearns coming over from Milwaukee.
One of the themes for the spring this year for the Mets is working the younger players into the mix. So we'll see a lot of the prospects during this spring, but the first wave is Brett Baty and Mark Vientos trying to figure out where they fit.
That's a great point, Gary. I think this is the year that they have a great opportunity. There's really a new thinking with the Mets with their new president of baseball ops. He's going to give the young guys a real opportunity to show what they can do. Vientos and Baty at the major league level, and coming Jet Williams at all of those players are going to see a lot of time and should help the team in near foreseeable future.
Carlos Mendoza manages his first game as a Mets skipper. Spring training baseball from Port St. Lucie. All the action coming up on SNY.